death ball. We stay together.
Body block everywhere. Try and push forward.
Yep, don't hit these barrels.
Let the bulwarks go through.
Alright, keep going forward. We're going inside.
Dropping behind.
Got you. Going back forward. Forcing.
I'm fine. As long as I'm surrounded by enemies, I'm fine. Hello everyone, Mr. E here, and as you just saw from that clip, we have a bit of a monster on our hands. This is an Ogren build that I am proclaiming to be perhaps the easiest single build in all of Darktide, the intersection of power and ease of use. This thing will, on lower difficulties, just roll over most enemies. Just taunting and walking through the map, swinging your club left and right is pretty much all you need to do to win. And when I say lower difficulties, by the way, I mean everything from the very start of the game up to like Havoc 25. Once you reach Havoc 30 and beyond, I have another build coming tomorrow that I think takes that crown, but this is just so defensive. It crosses defense with offense, and we just have it's just a well-rounded build. It's super hard to die with this build, and it really cooperates with the team in a very, very solid way. You're going to help your team to survive. The better a player you are, the less likely your team is to incur damage because it is a taunt build, so we can pull that threat off of our team. And if you're a bad player, that taunt is going to be regenerating so much of your toughness, it's going to keep the damage off you as well. So how are we going to do this thing? Well, as you saw, it's using the Bully Club Mark III. The Bully Club Mark III is quickly emerging as the dueling sword of Ogren. This thing is just absurd. It has double the stagger, 20 stagger value, 23 stagger value, as opposed to like 11 of the other marks of Bully Club. So the stagger is insane on this thing, combined with the Ogren's innate ability to stagger in his heavy hitter tree. We're talking about a weapon that can stagger crushers in 2 light attacks, and then just kills them in 4 light attacks. So the other real purpose of this thing is that it has these amazing blessings. Those blessings, Thunderous and Skull Crusher, are damage augments. The enemies that get hit by this weapon are going to take more damage. This is not a increase your damage sort of thing. It amplifies all damage that goes into those enemies. So this is where a weapon like the Bully Club on paper, it looks like it's going to fall behind like the Carsolus or the Bronx Pickaxe, but in practice, the multiplier effect that these 2 blessings can give your whole team's damage when, for instance, you're hitting a boss who's like crowded into a corner and is being staggered, is going to be massive. And this thing just melts through crushers and metal like butter, and it's super fast, so it's very, very easy to defend yourself. As you saw in the clip, had no problems keeping enemies off of me because of the lightning quick bops that I was sending out. For a range weapon, you can choose whatever you like here. Honestly, I think that the one thing you're going to need a range weapon for is if the room just fills itself up with gunners and all sorts of nonsense, and you just need to whip it out and get a quick pick. I have been enjoying the grenade gauntlet for the past couple days. I think this weapon has a couple of really nice things going for it. One is that it is really consistent. Like you can instantly kill specials and gunners and stuff with it with just a direct hit. That's all you need to do. Don't need to hit a headshot or anything. And with pinpointing target on there, we can scale that damage up just by holding down the charge for 2 seconds, which is pretty dang easy to do. Glory Hunter is the other reason why I'm picking this weapon. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes you'll be in a situation where you are suppressed, you're locked away from enemies, and you got a bunch of gunners on you, and you can't get close enough to taunt and get your toughness back. But here's a great way to get some toughness back by range kills with this. So I would just recommend that your range weapon, whatever it is, have it be a weapon that can give you some toughness in a pinch. Alright, down here we got some Curios. I like 2 toughness and 1 stamina. The stamina is for keeping pumped up very nice and high. The higher pool of stamina we have, the easier it is to stay above that 75% stamina, especially when we throw out a shove or 2. The other 2 are for toughness. You know, toughness is just such a such a big factor here. The lower difficulty you play on, the more toughness is impactful, because there's no reduction to toughness all the way through auric damnation. Once you start getting into Havoc, toughness scaling starts to stack less because there's a reduction to your base toughness, but it's still really, really good, especially when you have an ability like this that can just regenerate it all in a couple of seconds. We definitely need combat ability regeneration here. That's the most important thing to have perks down here. I would also say stamina regen, so you can shove without worrying about lowering your defenses and toughness additionally, or you can choose something like gunner damage resistance if you prefer a little bit of extra tankiness instead of that last 5% toughness. Here is the build. So the build is pretty similar in setup to a previous build I've had with the Bonkzerker, with a few notable differences. So we've got the diamond up here. We go this way and we're grabbing payback time and coming out this side. Payback time is always going to be active, right? Enemies are constantly going to be swinging at you when you've got them taunted, and whether you get hit or dodge the attack, you get 15% damage. Soften them up is more damage to the enemies that we hit. Then we grab Loyal Protector and the Go Again modifier. This is going to make our cooldown next to nothing. So you'll see me in all these clips, all this footage, just using my taunt, even if I'm not really necessarily around enemies. It's better just to use it, because you do get 10% base toughness every time it triggers. It triggers every 3 seconds for 9 total seconds. And so that means that I'm just going to get toughness back. So if I get hit in the next 3 seconds, I'm going to get like a little bit back after that. And it has such a short cooldown, you don't really have to worry about it anyway. Taunt is, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now, Taunt is the Ogryn's most powerful ability. I used to be in Team Indomitable, the Team Charge, but in this taunt ability is insane. It is crazy the speed at which you can regenerate your toughness. It's crazy the stagger that you can apply to everything around you, the interrupts that it provides, the speed at which you can get this cooldown back, and just the general effect it has on corralling enemy AI. A proper taunt user just wins the game. If enemies can't attack your team because they're all taunted to you and you don't get hit, then you just win the game by definition, right? So coming down this way, we've got ourselves Bonebreaker's Aura with Batter. Batter is the source of a good portion of your damage. This is just going to stack up crazy because we have all these damage modifiers that are going to increase the damage that bleed is doing. We are coming all the way down the center here. We get the Frenzy Blows, we get Delight and Destruction, we get Heavy Hitter. And Heavy Hitter we're going to augment with Don't Feel a Thing. This is toughness damage reduction. That's 12% toughness damage reduction. We don't want the Unstoppable because this is just going to give us more toughness back. We are already regenerating our toughness to full with Loyal Protector here. We want to make certain that that toughness that we have isn't being damaged as much. That's why we're taking Don't Feel a Thing. And then Impactful. This is something that I try to work into all of my melee builds because this impact node here is insane. 80% impact just staggers everything. And stagger is crazy good because of the club's modifier called Skull Crusher that we just addressed. It makes enemies take absurd levels of damage. Over here we got Bruiser for some extra cooldown, as if we needed it, right? Attention Seeker and No Pushover. You'll see sometimes I do throw out a push to interrupt enemies because that push can knock back shields. It can stop Crusher overheads. Sometimes you don't have your taunt to interrupt, so you can use the shove to break enemies out of their attacks and make some space, and that's very, very potent. Hard Knocks, another 15% increased damage taken for enemies. And then finally, No Hurting Friends, which is going to be up all the time because this is so easy to trigger. It applies to toughness damage taken too. So that's everything for the build, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you go and play with it right now. Please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the builds that I'm putting out and they're helping you win games. I sure hope they do. And if you want to see some more of this awesome build in action, here is me in the past. Enjoy, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Twin-linked Heavy Stubber's terrible. Well, actually, I'm kind of glad that got done.
Oh.
Alright, I went ahead and placed it. Let's go up to the 3rd floor, because that's where the respawn is. Death.
Oh, fucking game body block.
Yeah, come over here on my side and you can...
Yeah, I'm coming on my side.
Yeah, let's get in this corner here. Do you have chorus right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be using
Got it.
Yeah, just use it on cooldown. Alright, we gotta get back around this corner so these gunners can't see us.
Ready? Oh, you motherfucker.
Looks like he's dead. Boom. Okay.
Abuse the corners, abuse the corners!
Alright, up to the 3rd floor, let's go.
Knock the Ragers off on the chorus.
Oh, another one. Excuse me, sir. Coming through. Alright, it should all be on me, so you guys can just come on up.
I cleared the chat for what's his face. No, I'm gonna get stuck in the corner now. Let me out, let me out. There we go. About 4 seconds till chorus.
So how you guys doing in the chat?
Every time to reload, I'm too busy killing.
Oh, that was easy.